In the sport of mountain biking, we love a good debate. Full suspension versus hardtail, 27.5 versus 29, and of course, clips versus flats. It may not come as a surprise to you, but I used to ride clipless pedals, and I now ride flats, but probably not for the reasons you might think. In mountain biking debates, you hear points of view like, people who ride flat pedals are not confident enough to ride strapped in, or being clipless requires less skill, and people who do that don't know how to bunny hop. But believe it or not, my reasons are nothing to do with any of this. In fact, my reason for riding flat pedals is nothing to do with mountain biking at all. Like today, a couple of years ago, I was fit, active, and enjoyed many sports. I surf, like climbing, running, and of course, I enjoy taking my beat-up Specialized hard rock on some of the local trails. I pretty much enjoy turning my hand to any sport. I had even mastered the backflip to immediate front flip at the local trampoline park. But this was me 1 hour later. I suffered 6 fractures in my right foot which needed surgery. Twice. I spent 4 days in the hospital and had 8 screws and 2 metal plates fitted into my right foot. I then spent 8 weeks in a cast and another 8 weeks in a moon boot where I had to start learning to walk again. In total, I spent nearly 3 months laying on the sofa, hardly able to move. Simple things like making a coffee, taking a shower and shaving became almost impossible, and my mood took a massive nosedive. Whilst immobilised, my leg withered away to pretty much nothing. Trying to walk was tough because I'd lost all the feeling in my foot, and it didn't flex properly because of the metal plates, not to mention the loss of muscle. 6 months after this, I had another surgery to remove all the metal plates and screws. At this point, I was told I'd have a 2-year recovery, but the surgeon told me the good news. Eventually, I'd be able to play a game of tennis if I wanted. Tennis? But I don't even play tennis. In the following months, I went through some pretty extensive rehab to get my foot and leg as strong as it could be. It was a long process and I wasn't even sure what sports I'd be able to do once I was recovered. Now that I am recovered, I'm back on the bike and on good form. I got myself a pair of mountain bike shoes and flat pedals feel great. Now, the way I broke my foot was a similar movement to how you clip out of a clipless pedal. With that now being an area of weakness for me, if I got into a spot of trouble and couldn't unclip, well, let's not go there. So one day I may try clipless pedals again, but for now I'm pretty happy where I am, with my foot in one piece. It's not a traditional argument that you hear when discussing mountain bike pedals, and thankfully I don't think many other mountain bikers are in the same situation as me. Yeah, I have 2 large scars on my foot, but to be honest, I'm more worried about the flip-flop suntan marks than the scars. The important thing is that I'm back up and running, literally, and enjoying all the sports that I did before. So it feels great to be back on the bike, and flat pedals allow me to do that. And I never did play that game of tennis. So thanks for watching my rather gruesome story. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see you next week.